Let me first talk about my grandson and some incidences that have occurred and all the miracles in my life that have come and gone are just incredible, and they were due to prayer. When my grandson was put in the hospital some time ago, he was 11 months old. He had something wrong with him that we didn't know. All family members were there, mom and dad, other grandparents, friends. And I was sitting there in the hospital waiting area, in the surgical waiting area, and something told me to call Tracy Duhon. So I picked up the phone and called Tracy Duhon, and she said, let's pray. So we started praying. And it made me feel so good, and after we prayed, I went back to the circle of friends. We all stood up and we prayed. My next incident was, I was at work and I received a phone call. And it was from my son's girlfriend, Christina, my son Ian, who had been hit by a car crossing the street in Hammond, Louisiana. We didn't know if he was dead or alive. She said he was on the ground, and so I immediately started praying. I got up from my desk, went to Mr. Duhon and said, I have to go. I have to go right now. And while I was driving to the hospital, because it was in Hammond, away from here, I called people. I called Stacy Martin, who is with People to Pray. I feel like faith connected us, and God answered our prayers. The third incident was I was at work again, and this is all within a time frame pretty recent. And I got a phone call from my son, who was the one who was hit by the car, who was at our house rehabbing. He said, Mom, we need you at the hospital now. And I said, well, what's going on? And he said, well, it's Dad. He had a stroke. So I said, okay, I'm coming. So I went to see Mr. Duhon again, and I said, I'm leaving. I have to go to the hospital, and I want you to pray for my son, for my husband. And I said, I'm not ready to lose Dan. I'm not ready. I'm just not ready. So he prayed, and then some other people were walking up, and I said, just pray, just pray, just pray. And I called, I don't know if I called Stacy again or Ann, Moy's aunt, and she got a hold of People to Pray, and we continued to pray. Matthew 18, verse 19-20, if two of you agree on earth about anything that they may ask, it shall be done for them by my Father who is in heaven. For where two or three are gathered in my name, I am there in their midst. But I would like to encourage anyone that has, that is on the borderline, thinks, well, prayers, but I've prayed and I don't feel like God's listening. God's listening. He's there.